and set me free. Come and set me free. Come and set me free. Give me all I need. Come and set me free.
Alrighty guys, well I think you have seen enough of an intro. Here we are, and this is the legendary door that opens it all. Once we open this door, you guys are going to see my setup. Here it is, people. Behold the James Chamberlain setup. This right here is the battle station where it all goes down. Unlike we did in the last setup tour, guys, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and start off with what's probably the most important but also most overlooked gaming peripheral you're going to need, and that is going to be the gaming chair. It's super important to have a really nice, good, high-quality gaming chair. I cannot recommend this one enough right here. This is the Secret Lab 001. It's quite frankly one of the highest end and greatest gaming chairs you're gonna see, made of solid wood. I just love this thing. It really is super comfortable. I mean, you really do have to pay for a high quality Secret Lab chair like this, but in the end, it's absolutely worth it. It looks great on camera. Looks like the streaming PC over here decided to go ahead and go into the screensaver mode. Let's go ahead and get it fired right back up over here. I don't like leaving my PCs on the screensaver. I like being on the desktop so that I can stream at any time I need to. As I was saying, guys, this is a dual PC setup. Right in front of us, we have the main monitor for the main gaming PC sitting up here proudly on the desk. What a beauty that machine is. But then we also have our secondary monitor over to the left, and this monitor is for the streaming PC, which you guys will see down there. Actually, I've got the side panel off my streaming rig right now because I was just experimenting and installing a brand new high-end capture card so that I can upgrade our videos. Instead of being in the 240p quality we've been at lately, we should now be all the way up to a full DVD quality 480p type video, which is gonna look way better, and I think you guys are gonna love the quality increase. Now guys, next up we have something equally as important that a lot of people overlook in their setup. When you have a lot of sensitive computers and monitors and all sorts of electronic equipment, the last thing you want is a surge or lightning or anything like that to mess your stuff up if it hits your electrical system. So right here I have the Memorex Power Center. These things are awesome. It's kind of like a power strip surge protector, but it's also a power conditioner. So the power that comes out of this thing is really, really clean and just helps the computers to run really, really well without any type of electrical issues. And in addition to that, I have individual switches that actually light up so I know if like something is on. Next up, we have another peripheral that I don't use a whole lot, and this right here is my joystick. This is just a Tandy Deluxe joystick. I don't even remember when I got this thing. I've had it for years. I think I had this one back in the last setup tour too. It's gotten so old that it's really outdated these days, and I actually can't even connect this to my main PC, so if I want to play with this, I have to bring my actual old PC out just to use this thing. This is useful for like when I'm playing an older version of Roblox, as if the current version isn't outdated enough. This is quite useful for stuff like that, but other than that, I really don't use this a whole lot. I'm probably going to pull it out of the setup pretty soon, as it's really just wasting space at this point. Moving on from that, we actually do have something that I do use a whole lot. This right here is my mouse, and this isn't just any mouse. This is the Microsoft IntelliMouse. This is a super, super nice computer mouse. It's like the top-end mouse you can get right now. Microsoft is selling this thing, and let me say, this is incredible. Since I switched to the IntelliMouse from my old mouse, I have just loved this. It is super comfortable. The grip is great. It's really fast. It responds great when I'm gaming. And this mouse is actually special too, because it actually doesn't connect using your typical PS2, but it connects using a new connector called USB. Overall, I really do feel like this USB technology and the tech that this mouse uses is something that's revolutionary and could quite honestly change the world in the future. I think we're going to see a lot more stuff like this that use this new bus connection. It is really, really good. I cannot wait to see a bunch more USB peripherals come out, but for now, just this mouse is awesome, and I am really glad to have it. As you may see, this mouse pad is a little bit special. It actually says James Chamberlain Gaming on it. I do need to clean this thing. It gets dusty fast. But this is a custom-made mouse pad. I actually designed this mouse pad over here in Photoshop 5.0 on the PC and sent it out and had a company custom print it for me, and it looks really, really good and works great. Of course, after the mouse comes the keyboard. I love this keyboard so much. This keyboard is a super nice mechanical keyboard. Of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. I just cannot handle those rubber domes. They are so annoying. They just feel mushy. They're not very good. They're slow for gaming. But this right here is a mechanical keyboard made by NMB. NMB makes great keyboards, and their switches are really, really good too. This keyboard has their famous Space Invader switches. These NMB Space Invader switches are really, really good. They sound great. They're really tactile. They have a really nice tactile bump to them. I'm not going to rob you guys of a quick listen to the sound of this keyboard. Take a listen to this. For those of you paying attention earlier in the video though, you will know that there has to be another keyboard. Even if it doesn't look like there is here, there has to be a way for me to control this streaming PC over on this monitor. In fact, I've got a really special gadget for that. Down here sitting on top of my streaming PC, I have this board right here. This keyboard is made by a company called Hawkins Data Systems, and it is super, super cool. This one actually has ALP switches, which are just as good as the Space Invaders. They sound and feel awesome too. And this is really cool because it has a built-in trackpad. So instead of having to deal with a mouse, I can just go ahead and move my finger around on this trackpad and then push these buttons here for right and left click. It makes life a lot easier. Instead of having two big clunky keyboards on the desk, all I need is this right here, and I can just set it down here when I'm not using it. Unfortunately, I tried something a little bit new, and I tried this online website where you can actually buy stuff on the worldwide internet web. And unfortunately, when they shipped this thing to me, it looks like it really got damaged quite badly. I'm still trying to see if I can get maybe a refund or what's going on here. I really should have just gone to Fry's or Radio Shack and picked one of these up. It was a really bad choice trying to buy it on the internet and have it sent to me. That technology is a long ways to go before it's viable. But nonetheless, it is kind of cool. I bought something on the internet, and so I guess that's kind of special, even though it didn't come in the best of shape. These keys have a really nice sound to them, a really good thought. They just sound amazing. Next up, I've got an item that I actually really don't use at all anymore. This is how I used to get internet in here, and basically, as you know, you just get the internet through the phone line, but that really just wasn't great. It was quite slow, and I am so thankful that in this neighborhood, we actually have a broadband connection, meaning that I can get internet wired straight in through cable. It is blazing fast. It's absolutely amazing how quick cable broadband is compared to this dial-up system right here. I do still keep this around though on the desk, just so that if something does go wrong with my cable internet for whatever reason, I do have a way of still dialing in and I can resume the stream. It's definitely not going to look as good, but at least I do have this just as kind of a redundant backup internet connection. Of course, we can't talk about modems without talking about phones, so here's my good old telephone right here. I use this thing all the time. If I'm not gaming or streaming, I am probably on this phone talking to one of my buddies. I love this thing. It's great. The sound quality out of this is great. This is just a really nice, comfortable handset to hold. This is a super high quality telephone in general. Again, continuing with the whole audio setup here, I have my headphones. These are some American Acoustics headphones right there, as you guys can see. These are really, really nice headphones. I paid like $600 for these, and I really do think I got a great deal. They're super good, super comfortable in the ears. They're not heavy like a lot of those other headphones, so they just fit right on the ears, and they feel like they're floating right on your head. They are incredible, and honestly, my only gripe is they don't have any type of a built-in microphone. And so when I do want to go ahead and do a video, I actually have to switch to a different headset that I don't like as much. As for what I do use when I'm actively recording audio, that is these right here. This is the Logitech headset. It's honestly not that bad. These were pretty expensive when I got them. Really the only major issue with these is they're not super comfortable. Like they don't really come with any good foam padding or anything. And these have been beat to heck. I have used these for years. This is how I've recorded all of my videos and how I've gotten that crisp, crystal clear audio for many, many years here on the channel. we're actually getting through this setup tour a little faster than I would have thought. But now I want to go ahead and talk about some of my storage mediums and how I store all of my games and video footage and how I go all about that. This is actually a lot of older software here. If you guys are wondering why in this modern age I'm still using 5¼ inch, the reason I'm actually still using these is mostly just because of Roblox. Roblox seriously needs to update their client. Roblox 95 is a complete mess. The only way to run it is actually on one of these older floppy disks. They do not offer a current Roblox client on a 3½ inch drive, and that's really sad because most games have already moved on to that format, and I'm seeing more and more games even on CD now. So I would have liked to see Roblox maybe consider upgrading a little bit, because these are really getting phased out. A lot of people don't use this type of a drive anymore, and the only reason when I built my new PC, I even put in a bay for that is because of the fact that I know I'm going to need this for years to come just because Roblox is stubborn. They will not upgrade. Anyway, enough of a rant. Of course, I do have my fair share of newer 3½ inch floppies because that's what pretty much everything is on these days except Roblox. And then I also have a lot of CDs. I am really happy to have these. I cannot say they're cheap, but they are literally awesome. These things are so fast. You just open it up and put that disc in there, and it is immediate. It loads right up, and you've got your game or whatever you need running immediately. Now, believe it or not, we are already nearing the end of the setup portion of this tour, so I'm gonna go into my PCs now. The meat and potatoes of the video, probably what all of you guys just couldn't wait for, the PCs. Both PCs are absolute monsters when it comes to the specs within them, but we'll go ahead and start with the gaming PC. I custom built this PC very recently, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this tour is because I just built this thing and I wanted to show you guys what I'm working with and just what a monster this thing really is. Inside of here, that case badge is not lying. We do indeed actually have a Pentium 3 in this machine. Absolutely top of the line. That bad boy is running at 500 megahertz. It is just incredible to me to think that CPUs are so fast nowadays. But yeah, absolute monster of a CPU in here. In addition to that, we also have an ATI Rage 128 Pro. That is a blazing fast graphics card. This is a really good graphics card, and games look and play wonderfully on it. Actually, I might as well also open up my computer so that you guys can take a look at this for yourselves. As you can see right over here, there we are. We're of course running Windows 98 SE, the latest and greatest OS you can run right now. This thing is blazing fast. It's really an improvement over all of the versions of Windows we've had in the past, and I am so glad to finally be running it. As you can see in there, we also have 512 megabytes of RAM. People called me absolutely crazy for wanting this memory. But for the type of video creation and production I do, I wanted a just ridiculously insane, absolutely stupid amount of RAM, and so I do have that in there. Finally, guys, what's probably one of the very most important components in this PC that I totally forgot to tell you guys about is the sound card. In here, I am running a Yamaha sound card. That's a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line card right now. In my opinion, it's even better than any of those creative sound blasters. But as you guys know, it's really opinion-based what sound cards you like. Looks like we're gonna have to wake this thing up again. Back over to the streaming PC. This PC is equally top of the line. I actually didn't build this PC. It's actually a pre-built made by a company called Gateway, and they make really, really good high-end machines. If you're not gonna build it yourself, Gateway is probably one of the top brands I recommend going for. They make some really high-end machines. I want to say this was like a $4,000 system. Gateway equipped this thing with baller specs too. As you can see in there, I pulled the side panel off so you guys can see the monstrous equipment that lurks within. But this is a really, really great machine as well. My video card in here isn't quite as great as the gaming PC, but this actually somehow has an even faster CPU. This thing runs at 800 megahertz, and I cannot believe they're even able to make something so fast, but they just are. And this CPU enables my streams to be really, really quick, really, really good, and really smooth. It's definitely great to have a nice CPU for streaming, and indeed we do. Also, guys, of course, we have my monitors. These are both really, really nice monitors. I love both of these things. One on the left, again, for the streaming rig. One on the right for the main gaming machine. This monitor right here is a gem panel. It's a really, really good full color display. As I was saying, guys, this thing will actually go all the way up to 1024 by 768. So it is a really, really fast, nice, good looking monitor. And then over here on the left, we have my second monitor. This is actually manufactured by Dell. Dell is back at it again with their monitors, and this is a great one. Just like Dell is known for, this is a really, really good monitor. It's actually slightly bigger than my gaming monitor, but this one is a flat panel. So if I put my hand on this, you can see it is completely flat. There is no curve like on a regular monitor. The screen is just totally flat. It's really cool, but I'm actually not super used to that just yet, and that's why I do have it as the secondary monitor. Now that I've shown you guys the setup, I think it is only time that we go ahead and take this beast of a machine for a spin. Now for some Roblox. Let's go ahead and sign right on in. Let's just go ahead and open up that client. There we go, just like that. Roblox is firing on up. Let's go ahead and give the command. Let's just press any key, and just like that, there it is. There it is, good old Jailbreak. Gosh, I just absolutely love this game. Let's hop on in as a cop and let's do this. Here we go, playing some Jailbreak. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and customize the car. Don't mind if I do, and let's head on out into town.